These guys are ridiculous. These guys are ridiculous.
Now, how about them damn Celtics?
We are back with another How About Them Celtics video. Sam and I are here recording Thursday, August 31st, and we're doing sort of a back-to-back. What do we call it? So
List.
we saw, another ranking. We did a video called the top 10, most clutch moments in Celtics playoff history. We ranked them. We reacted to them. We found 10 that we thought should probably be at least in the top 10, around the top 10. Hopefully you guys
tried our best.
Hopefully you guys hit us with some recommendations in the comments. Now we're going to do the opposite. We're reacting to the most gut-wrenching moments in Celtic history. Yeah, we're gonna be a little pain, tonight. As we're reacting.
It's gonna be story time, is what it's gonna be.
Yeah, we're gonna start with recent bias. We're gonna start with some recent stuff. I don't know if we need the sound for these, like we needed the sound for the other ones, but we don't have to react to the full. We don't need to react to the full 9 minutes, but
no.
Celtics losing Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals this season.
They even won the jump. Place had juice. They come out. Tatum gets fouled on this first play of the game. Rolls his ankle.
Some are saying the Celtics shouldn't have won the jump, so Tatum wouldn't have had to.
Maybe. Yeah. Here it goes, and there goes the season.
Goodbye.
But they did everything they could to build us back up after collapsing early in the series. Got our hopes back up, and then they collapsed. And the problem is they did not come out in this game and really just come out juiced. They didn't. No. They never tried to bury Miami. It never happened. They never
it feels like
chance.
It felt like the Tatum injury sort of saw everyone sort of just like.
No, it did. It definitely had an impact.
That's not an excuse. I'm just saying
And then they put Brogdon out there with his torn forearm.
God, I should have just looked up Jaylen Brown left hand. That should have been what we reacted to.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to react to all 9 minutes of this, obviously, but we knew it happened. They gave us
Caleb Martin.
Derek White gave us a little hope in the third quarter, and then
Caleb Martin again.
They died.
Double dribbles.
He did double dribble. Yeah, that was
actually relatively close. It was only 10 points. They could.
That's what I'm saying. Derek White gave him juice in the third, and then everything went to crap again.
Kevin Love can't believe it.
26 points. Caleb Martin.
Unbelievable. I guess that's the price you pay for Grant having all those threes that time.
That's a tough shot. Man, just unfortunate. If he turns the ball over here, we're going to the next clip, and we're going to the next clip. So we're ranking these. We're gonna put one as the most gut wrenching.
Correct.
So I mean, obviously we don't have anything yet.
We've got one.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
This is the most gut wrenching so far.
2023. Okay. Next up, another one. This is one I have not heard of, but Sam alerted me to this. So Sam, please explain what is happening here in the context.
So this is Andrew Toney. This is 1982, Game 7 against Philadelphia. Andrew Toney
conference finals.
I don't know if it was conference finals or semis. And he scored 34 points.
ECF Game 7, Eastern Conference Finals. This is the equivalent of the Heat series.
I don't know if the Celtics blew a 3-1 lead or had come back from being down 3-1 to force this.
I can find out.
But
1982.
Essentially, this player in this game are the reason the Celtics went and got Dennis Johnson.
Good. Maybe it was worth.
This was at home in an era where teams in the playoffs typically did not lose home games.
Yeah, this was Game 2 of the 1982 ECF.
7.
Game 7. Sorry, you're right. I looked at Game 2. Tony, this is Game 7. I'm getting confused. Do you want to know why? Because Tony was the Caleb Martin of the series. Did you know that?
That's why it makes sense.
He had 30 points in Game 2 and 39 points in Game 4. Andrew Toney, by the way, he was a 2-time All-Star, so I'll give him his credit.
With Dr. J.
But, yeah.
Was Moses on this team too?
I
believe he should have been. Maybe. I don't know.
No.
This is before my time. I really can't speak to it.
He was not. This was Julius Erving, Andrew Toney, Bobby Jones, Mo Cheeks, Lionel Hollins, Daryl Dawkins.
Lionel Hollins.
There you go. But in Andrew Toney's defense, he was their second leading scorer that season, but he had averaged 16.5 points on the season, and in this series, he averaged 22 with 3 30-point games. So he put up 3 30-point games, didn't do much else the rest of the series, and they won every time he scored 30-plus points.
And this game was close.
Yeah, well, they lost by 14 in the end, but
it's close now.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Andrew Toney absolutely cooked them. They lost this game. They lost the series. Not a good look. They lost this game after winning the first game by 40 points.
Oof.
Tough.
Sounds like something this modern version of the team would do.
This is true. I still say Game 7 against the Heat was worse.
I don't know. I mean, I know about this game as a 24-year-old guy in 2023. I think we have to put it above the Game 7 against Miami.
Why?
Because this is like a historical thing. Like that is like you didn't know about it, but this is something that is still talked about today.
Yes.
The Celtics went out and I mean, I guess they kind of just did a similar thing, but they went out and got Dennis Johnson because of this.
Sure. My argument against it is the Celtics won the finals the season prior. They got back and won the finals 3 seasons later. This current iteration of the Celtics never won the finals, and they had the chance. They were like on the brink of history. They brought everyone all the way back. Like this was a back and forth series.
True. I think
that Toney clamped down. The Celtics, not only did they bring everybody all the way back, everyone into Game 7 was riding the high of, holy shit, Derek White just hit a game winner in Game 6. Look at the Celtics. They're about to make history. Coming back, the first Game 7 at home after going down 3-0. I don't know. Maybe it's recency bias. I would put it ahead. But if you think Andrew Toney should be above.
I lived the devastation of Game 7, so we'll go with that. Why not?
As in put this
and
year.
If we're wrong, chat, tell us.
Mm-hmm. And this list is going to be inherently biased because we lived through some of them. We didn't.
Well, we lived through most of them.
A lot of them, true. And that's because recency bias. Anyways.
And also this current team sucks.
Yeah, there we go. We don't have to watch the whole thing. This is the final minutes of Game 5. This is very niche, but again, it's 2-2 series. This is the Grant.
Is something wrong with your mic?
No, can you not hear me?
Nope, you're good now.
Okay. Let's fast forward a little here, just so we can experience like the last minute instead of the last 2 minutes.
This, in my opinion, is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Look, this is the context you're getting here. On the screen right now.
The Celtics were up 13 in this fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And then they just melted down. This was an unreal meltdown. I'll never forget this day. I had work the next day at 4 a.m. I was trying to get to sleep. I was sick. They had just battled back and won a huge Game 4 in Milwaukee. It was the Al Horford game. They come home. They looked like they were in control. The picture of Marcus Smart with Tatum and Brown doing a big chest bump in the background is from this game, and they lost this game in a disastrous collapse. You have everything. You have turnovers, offensive rebounds. Milwaukee, to take the lead, is going to get an offensive rebound off a missed free throw. And that is how the Celtics lose this game.
Yep, Tatum made both of those. Was this the Drew Holiday steals the ball from Marcus Smart game? Is that a different one?
Yes. This had everything that was just the worst.
Also, not that it matters. Never mind. I thought it wasn't a foul. He put his arm down. I remember the series, though, and getting seriously angry on the foul calls against...
I was sick. I was sick watching this.
That was a foul because he put his hand down, but Giannis slipped. Anyways.
The same player, they overturned it.
It wasn't a shooting foul. I don't know. Something.
They just said out of bounds. The guy pointed, whatever.
No, who cares? Was this a foul either? A lot of whistles in this whole series for both sides. Not convinced that's a foul. Anyways. Let's see. Are they going to replay or they're just going to show us? Sorry, I don't want to spend 5 minutes on every clip. You know what I'm saying?
This is the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
This is sick to your stomach.
The worst part is like,
and you listen to who's on the call.
The worst part about that is it's not like they didn't get the offensive rebound because they didn't try. They just out rebounded.
They tried too hard.
Exactly. Can't do anything right ever.
This is just this to me is number one. It's a personal number one.
This was bad. What a block. That's a crazy block. I'm sorry. I don't care. That's such a good block.
This is just a collapse of epic proportion. I'm getting mad that you're not like done with this by now. Just because I don't want to keep watching it.
This was your video idea.
I know it is. I'm
So you're
playing into it. Relax.
You're not allowed to be miserable. Well, you can be miserable, but you can't.
Yeah, the whole point is we're supposed to be miserable. Look, we're getting riled up at each other.
But we have to watch the clip. You can't say we can't watch the clip. That's the whole video, Sam.
That's what I'm saying.
Horrendous, terrible. All right, where are we putting it? Probably last.
This is my number one. I know it's not actually number one.
It can't be.
But this is truly the most upset I think I've ever been after a Celtics game.
It's probably got to be last on the list right now, just because of the stakes. But I mean,
they won the series, so yeah. But
yeah,
personally, this was my number one.
This was bad. I remember I was at my dad's. No, I was at my dad's house for the game. Al Horford missed something, or I remember there's a game where Al Horford had a chance to win, but it didn't fall or something like that. This was bad. This was. Next clip.
Yes.
Sam really thought that was his number one. Sam, here's your new number one, buddy. You talk about it all the time.
This isn't like. This was more of I just couldn't believe I watched this happen.
We're not gonna watch the whole thing, but
go to the beginning. I just want to see. Okay, so they've already blown the lead.
Yeah, but
they were up like 5. Jalen had an and one after scoring in transition, and now the game is close. Clay makes the 3 to put them up with 4.5 to go. And then the Celtics shoot a bunch of 3s. Here we go. Here's one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there's one. Okay.
I don't know about you. Watching the series didn't feel like the finals to me. I don't know why.
It was like kind of surreal. I know what you mean.
I think I think probably the Celtics thought this way too. Like, at least for me, it felt like the conference finals were the finals, and this was just like, oh wow, what's this?
Well,
now?
Because they hadn't got over the hump yet. They hadn't got to the finals.
Exactly. This was the first finals we've watched the Celtics be in since being like hardcore Celtics fans. At least for me, just because I wasn't like big into it when the big 3 was there. This was the
miss a couple of 3s.
The worst part about this was like as a subplot of it all, like the Celtics needed to win this year because you can see the difference between this playoff Horford and this like playoff Horford 2023. Like the defense, he was quicker, he was ready. It just seems like I don't think he'll ever get back to this, which is fine. I still think they can win.
They really should have won because they were about to win.
Well, yes, but that's why I said subplot.
Let's see.
If this isn't a 3, are they going to shoot a 3, Sam? Oh, not a 3. Oh, well, just kidding.
3. Even though that was a good kick out. Here's another one. Same possession.
At least they weren't bad 3s. But all right, we done?
3. Need a basket so bad. Let's shoot 1,000,000 3s.
Where is it? Worse than Bucks, not worse than Andrew Toney?
This is in the finals. This is going to be second, if not first. I mean, this was the finals. Like, if they win this game, they win the championship.
Okay, I'm down putting this first.
This is first
for now.
You can tell us we're wrong all you want, but literally, like, I still talk about this once a week.
I'm aware. I know you're talking to the viewers, but all right. That's number one. Next up, Game 7, 2010 Finals. We don't have to watch the whole thing.
Skip.
Right?
Let's see.
Thanks, Buffalo Wild Wings. Sick. Dope.
Did you just click a different video? Oh, is that a way to get around ads?
Yeah, if you click a video and hit the back button, it'll get you around an ad.
Okay.
A little insight for you. I know. I'm just getting to the right spot.
All right. So don't. Actually, I don't know.
What?
Because the Celtics had a lead in this game. I guess we don't need to spend too much time on it.
What a ccrazy shot. What the hell?
This is the one that people always look at.
Yeah.
I'd love to know what he shot. You keep the video up. I'm gonna look at it. I have to look.
Like what he shot from 3 in the series or in this game?
I have to look.
Yeah.
20 points.
I can tell you quick. I have Basketball Reference up. In the series, Meta World Peace shot 34% from 3.
Does he make back-to-back threes here?
I don't know. In this game, Ron Artest was, or Meta World Peace was 2 for 7 from 3.
That season, he shot 35%.
Yeah. 34 in the series. Or 34.
Playoffs, he shot 29%.
Yep. This is number terrible. 1. This is probably new number 1.
Yeah,
that's it. These are some threes that the wow. This was probably one of the. Is that Nate Robinson in the game?
Yep, sure was.
Crazy. Big foul. Man. I wish I was around for these. Or I wish I was like paying attention enough to watch these. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's the end. That's it. We don't have to watch them celebrate.
That's number 1.
Yeah.
Because they were up 3-2 in this series.
Yep. Celtics Lakers Game 7 2010 Finals. That's enough.
Enough for that.
Yeah, all right. Next one. Magic Johnson Skyhook. Context. I don't know the context. Sam, do you know the context?
This is in the finals. This is a game. Oh, I don't know what game it is. This is so bad for me.
Chance to put it in to the
Hey, just listen to the person narrating. They'll tell you. I believe this is the same series where Dennis Johnson hit the game winner from the last video.
Let me Google quick. Magic Johnson Skyhook. I can find quickly. I don't know.
Might be 87 too. I'm not positive.
Give me a year, please. 1987 Game 4 Finals. Yes. Okay.
And this was to go up 3-1?
I don't know. I will tell you in a second. 1987 Game 4 of the Finals. The Celtics were down 2-1.
Yeah.
So they needed this to tie the series at 2 apiece. Went down 3-1 with this Skyhook, and then they lost.
So this essentially deflated the season.
Yeah, and then they won the next game, and then they lost in Game 6. I don't know. Is this not worse than Game 7 2010?
No. This is probably second.
Yeah, okay.
I think people that lived it will tell you. It's a famous play. People thought it was going to Kareem. Magic had a reputation of choking against the Celtics in the finals, I believe. Could be wrong.
I don't know.
And I think this was like a big moment from that context.
All righty. Next one. LeBron James, Game 6, 2012 playoffs. This was to eliminate the Celtics, correct?
No.
Or was this,
this is...
Oh, yes. Celtics are up 3-2.
Yep.
Let's watch.
Did we do the Paul Pierce jump shot from the last video? Did we only do 9?
We might have only done 9. No, I have 10 on the list. So we must have not done.
We must have bumped it. Well, yeah. That's an honorable mention. Game 5 of the series, Pierce hits a game winner over LeBron. Well, not game winner. Shot to go up 4 with less than a minute to go. Essentially ices the game. Mm-hmm. And then they come back home to the Garden with a chance to go back to the finals, beat Miami's big 3, and LeBron has the game of his life.
Yeah, LeBron. Is this the best
from
game
the
of LeBron's
jump?
Career? Is this the best game of LeBron's career?
That's what everyone says.
I don't want to watch the whole thing.
That's what the LeBron people say.
Should I skip to a certain point in this game, or
I don't have it now.
All right. Well, in that case,
this game was never closed.
No, LeBron
because of how just locked in he was.
Who was guarding LeBron there?
Michael Petrus.
Great, poor guy. Yeah, LeBron had 45 and 15 boards. This was LeBron shows everyone why he's LeBron. This was en route to his first title. All right, I don't want to gas him up anymore. Where is this rank?
I don't know, because Let's see. We've got. I don't think it beats either of the finals moments.
Is this worse than Game 7 of the Heat this year? I'd say it's worse than Andrew Toney. It's worse than Celtics Bucks game. Is it worse than Andrew Toney?
Yes.
Is it worse than Celtics Heat Game 7?
I don't think so.
Okay. So
I think it's close, but I don't think so. Because this was essentially a similar situation where in this series, the Celtics were down 0-2. They won 3 straight and came home. People kind of thought, okay, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
This was a LeBron legacy on the line game.
And he
delivered.
Unfortunately. All right. Next one. This is post Tatum dunk on LeBron.
I hate this game. I hate everything about this. I hate the Tatum dunk.
When did Tatum dunk on LeBron? When was it?
I don't
it's
know
not in this video, maybe.
It might not be in the video. Tatum dunks on LeBron. Next possession comes down, drills a 3. This was way after it.
Yeah.
And then it was a moment where when he has those back-to-back plays, there's a timeout, and you're sitting there watching it, and you're like, oh my God, are they going to do it?
Here you go. This was Tatum dunking on LeBron.
Nobody loves this play like the fan base does. I'll tell you that. People love this.
I know the fan base love it. I feel like general NBA fans love it more because they don't fully understand the whole context. They just
think it's such loser shit when I see this on the timeline.
I feel like it's just the NBA posting it and NBA fan accounts posting, not like Celtics. I don't know. Maybe
I don't know. Every anniversary, I see it on Twitter.
Yeah, probably by Bleacher Report.
Well, I only follow mostly Celtics stuff, so people are like, "Hey, look at this."
6:39 in that game, and then this is with 2 minutes left. Celtics are now down 4.
They have scored 5 points since then. 3 of them was a Tatum 3. That was directly after that play. So they have scored 2 points.
Yes, and
meltdown.
The Cavs. It wasn't a huge run, but it was enough to let the Cavs take the lead because the Cavs had 71, so they've only scored 7. But yeah, 2 minutes left. Celtics with a chance to go to the finals.
Celtics had not lost at home yet.
Jaylen Brown not even on the court. Tell you how much he's progressed.
He might have fouled out, or he was bad.
Good. I don't know.
He wasn't very good in this game.
He was what?
He was not very good in this game.
No.
Him and Terry Rozier are very bad.
George Hill layup to make you cry.
I think that this game was you really felt like they had it, and then you were reminded that they weren't there yet.
Yeah.
I would say this isn't as bad as the Game 6. It's not as bad as the Andrew Toney game. It's not. This one might be.
It might be last.
It might be last. I mean, I was devastated after this.
I mean, Jaylen Brown just sold 2 plays in a row. This shot almost went in, but this was probably not the shot you're looking for with 18 seconds on the shot clock.
Oh, my God. 18 seconds on the clock.
Mm-hmm. And then watch this.
Puts it in. Game was over.
This might be last on the list, though.
I think it's last.
Game 5 Celtics Bucks is probably worse, just because.
Actually, the Celtics won that series. Flip it. Because they blew this too. They were up 11 after the first quarter at least.
They were up 2-0 in the series, weren't they?
They were up 2-0, but in this game in particular,
they
had a big lead early.
Game 7.
It looked like it was going to be more of the same from earlier in the series.
Yeah. All right. Last 2 we have more recent ones. This is game 1 of the 2020 ECF. Bam Adebayo. I mean, this is a crazy block. This was a nasty defensive play.
This is the block.
Derek Jones Jr., Jay Crowder, and Andre Iguodala on the court, by the way, for the Heat here. 3 players no longer on the team.
Clock at 7. Working against Butler. Got downhill.
That's a nuts block.
Get it out of here.
Then he almost turns the ball over.
Sky high.
It's a game-winning block.
That's why he's
forgot it was OT. Taco.
Taco in a polo shirt. Essentially, this sets the tone. This was a game that the Celtics blew. This was a series where they continue to blow games, which has become a tradition.
That was in the
net.
Correct.
Wow.
You know what's funny is it's not a goaltend if it's a dunk. I'm not saying it should be or it shouldn't be.
Well, it's because
But
he's
it's just
still
like
touching
a-
the ball.
Tatum
Yeah.
is
I guess.
clearly by everybody else, high above
So-
where it
Crazy
looks
play.
like
This has to be. It's not
Maybe
last.
Really?
No,
You think this
it's
is?
not
You think game? This was worse than Game 5 Bucks?
This was pretty bad, and it set the tone for a series that they should have won. And they just kept coming up short.
I think that's the key. Should have won.
Yeah.
Um,
They were the better team. They were rolling in this postseason.
worse than Cavs Game 7. Not as bad as Andrew Toney Game 7.
This isn't as bad as that Cavs Game 7, I don't think.
Okay.
Because there's
You
still
think-
hope
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
after Game 1.
Bam block on Tatum. 2020 Game 1 ECF. All right, that's 8. Last one we have here. Probably still pretty low on the list in terms of gut wrenching, but this was OG
In
Anunoby.
terms of the impact, yes. But in
They
the
got
in
tired.
rewatching the highlight and remembering how it felt in the moment, one of the worst things ever.
They subbed in Taco for this game. Look at him. They're like, just put your hands up. Just put your hands up, Taco.
Very, very difficult.
He didn't. He couldn't do that right.
He did his job.
Toronto able to advance it here.
Kyle Lowry's going to
Actually,
have
you know what? No, he didn't
inbound.
do his job. And I'm not blaming Taco or anybody like specific for this. They shouldn't have had anybody guarding the inbounds. Just guard the 3. Just guard the court.
Actually, they should have put Taco right under the rim. Is what they should have done.
Yeah. Yeah, to stop. Actually, no, he would have fouled somebody.
No, like just tell him to stand there.
I know.
Oh my
he
God!
would've
Look
fouled
how
him.
wide open he is.
That's what I'm saying. Whose job was this? Marcus Smart even pointed to Jalen. Jalen just didn't acknowledge.
This is terrible. And Brian Anderson's there.
Wow.
Oh.
I mean, in Jalen's defense, he got a great contest on this shot. He was
No,
right
he
there.
recovered pretty well. It's almost like I watched Harden again win that game for Philly where Jalen just left him.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean that's.
I mean, they won the series, but it felt like this changed the whole tone of this playoff run. This was a playoff run where they had won the first 6 games.
Yeah.
They were about to win the 7th, and then this happens, and then they go to
this-
7 games, and then they.
From
Go
this point out, they lost like 1, 2, 3.
I mean, technically, they lost. They lost this
7
one,
out of the next
game 4, game 6.
11. They lost 7
And
in
they
the next
lose.
11.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Is this worse than Celtics Bucks game 5?
I almost think this is worse than the Bam block, even though they won the series.
Yeah, I'll buy it.
Just because the
not as bad
unexpectedness
as game 7
and the
Cavs, though.
comfort of like, oh wow, like they were right there and they could have just kept steamrolling.
Yeah.
Changed the whole trajectory of the playoff run.
Not as bad as Celtics Cav game 7 though.
No.
Okay, so our final
rankings.
most gut-wrenching moments, and again, let us know if you think there should be something different or if you missed one. I'm just gonna pull it up on the screen here just so we have it. I should have done this last time, but I didn't. Worst Celtics Lakers game 7 2010 finals is the worst. Magic Johnson Skyhook 1987 game 4. Celtics Warriors game 4 2022. Celtics Heat 2023 game 7. LeBron's 45 in 2012. Andrew Toney game 7 ECF. I forget what year that was.
82.
Celtics Cavs. Thank you. Celtics Cavs 2018. ECF game 7. OG Anunoby game winner 2020. Bam block on Tatum 2020, and then Celtics Bucks game 5 2022. Thoughts? Move anything, or do you like it?
We can keep it the same, but just be known that is a powerful number 10.
Yes, that would be Sam's number 1. Let us know if we forgot anything. Let us know if you disagree or agree with our rankings. Thank you all for watching. How about them Celtics? And Sam, get us out of here.
Yes. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any uploads this summer. You can follow us on socials at How About Them C's. That's Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Facebook is just the name of the podcast. Playback. What is it?
Yes, it's just playback. How about TV? Playback. I'm dying here. It's just How About Them Celtics on playback. Just fine.
Okay.
It's the same name. It's playback.tv.
How'd you
How
fuck
About Them
that up?
Celtics. Well, because I was going to say the URL, but I thought it was .com and it's .tv, and I messed it. You put me on the spot here.
You can
usually
follow
take-
Jack on Twitter at JacksmanNBA where he can't stumble over his words.
You
and
know,
he's just
no.
typing.
Time out, Ratless. You always tell me to shut up during the outros. Then one time you asked me to talk. I'm not ready, obviously. You're killing me. You fucking get
And
it
then
now.
you can follow me at Sam LaFrance NBA. That's it for us, bye.
Chick Taco. Come on.
Taco's having some fun here.
That is bogus! These guys are ridiculous!